One.
What happened? Yo, what's good, party people? This is the Woods and Wade podcast. I'm Courtney Woods. She's Claudia Wade. And Claudia, you just went to Tennessee. Did you know it was nicknamed the Volunteer State? Did you see anybody volunteering during your time in Tennessee?
Volunteer in what?
It says it's the Volunteer State. Like,
In what?
legitimately, they volunteer, apparently. I don't know. Like, they
No
don't like to
volunteers
get
do
paid,
shit.
apparently.
What?
Most of the South is a right to work state. You know this, right?
No.
They don't have like fucking unions or uh whatever. But let's just look at the what is it? The volunteer state of the deal. And did you know that Tennessee is actually in the news right now?
Because.
They don't want the trend wait, drag queen shows in their
Oh
state.
yeah. I see. I saw that anti-drag queen. There's an anti-drag bill
Yeah, which
that
is,
actually passed in Tennessee.
man, I wish they had a anti-drag bill when they were dragging us all around, right?
Wah, wah,
Different type of drag, apparently.
wah,
Okay.
wah.
One's never mind. Uh, but yeah, so I mean, do you know about this volunteer state gimmick?
No, I'm looking it up.
Okay. No, do you have it? Because if you've got it, we're gonna point to you.
No. Where is it? What
Oh
did you look
God,
up?
I had it. No, I literally had it because it was like, oh, the volunteer state, and I was like, what? What is that? And let's see. I've got it on my phone. So, excuse me, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and use my phone. I know it's like not cool to do on the podcast, but
Just who?
yeah, let's Google it. So,
Wait.
th-
Who
what
says it's not good to have your phone on the podcast?
Grogan will fucking like get the fuck up, like he'll throw a fucking fit if you've got
Okay,
your
shit. I'm not Rogan. Tennessee is a volunteer. It's the volunteer state.
volunteer state.
Tennessee is known. Tennessee
Uh,
became known as a volunteer state during the War of 1812 due to the key role played by volunteers from the Tennessee militia. Newspapers of the day tutored the military spirit of the men in Tennessee. That reputation was soldiers in the Mexican-American War of 1848 when President James K. Polk of Tennessee issued a call of 2,600 volunteers and 30,000 Tennesseers answered. I wonder how many of those were black and white. I'm just saying.
uh, probably none.
None were white.
I mean, no, all. I want to go like all of them were white or Anglo, right? Feel like that's that.
I want to
Yeah,
say they were all white people that volunteered their black slaves. Is what I want to say.
That is a plausible theory. I feel like that. I think you hit the head on the. I don't know what you hit the head on, right? Because I
I
don't
hit
like
the
to hit
nail on the head.
that too. Okay. As somebody that might work in hardware, I don't know the fucking.
You should probably know these things in hardware.
Apparently not. I used to work for a company that I ended up managing a particular department. They were like, "What do you know about lumber and building materials?" And I was like, "I know my wife watches HGTV, and I'm trying to get her to fucking watch wrestling or a fight and whatever, and she usually wins. So that's all I know about it." And they hired me as manager.
That's amazing. Like
It's neat.
I could never get a job just because I watched HGTV.
No, they were asking me what I
Like,
knew about. I knew fuck all, is what I'm trying to say. I knew
no,
fuck
I
all.
understand
Yeah.
that, but I'm saying like they would tell me to fuck off if it was me.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like I don't know.
Uh,
But anyway, that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it
okay. Yeah. So
about the black slaves.
okay. So what part of Tennessee were you in? Obviously, Memphis and Nashville are the two hubs. Memphis for the blues, and then Nashville for country. So what part were you? Were
So
you
we were in Fort Campbell, which it's it literally goes through Tennessee and Kentucky. So
ten-
one exit,
Tennessee?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
So
I need to
one
make sure.
exit, so one exit of the base is on the Kentucky side, and the other exit of the base is on the Tennessee side.
So you go in one end and you come out the other.
I mean, you can. You can always go out one end if you want.
Oh man, that's probably why they marry their kin, right?
That's probably why they're volunteers.
I don't know if they volunteered their mother to be their wives, but I mean, I have heard that thing happens around those parts too. So I'm just saying,
I don't know.
yeah.
But so it was really interesting because we went. So Fort Campbell is an hour away from Nashville.
Oof.
So we landed in Nashville, drove an hour to
Wow.
Fort Campbell, surprised my brother at 2 in the morning because he didn't know we were coming.
I mean, he's on a military base theoretically. Yes. You. I mean,
Well, his wife picked us up and
okay,
we
because
were
I was
clear.
like,
Yeah,
he
we
could have
didn't drive
shot you.
in.
Because
No,
like
no,
in
no.
Tennessee, that's what they do. They you show up at the door and 2 a.m. They just fucking
Yeah,
shoot you dead.
no. We were responsible and know we would get shot if we walked into a base.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. It was very educational.
Ooh, how's this?
So we went to this restaurant that what or I should have pulled this up real quick because I don't want to get this wrong.
Okay.
So there's this restaurant called Monell's at the Manor. So it's like a huge.
Manor or manor?
I don't know how do you pronounce it. Is it Manor or is it Manor?
Is it like a house?
Uh huh. Is it
It's a
Manor?
manor. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
manor.
whatever. So a Manor.
That's why when you come to the house, you have manners because you're at the manor.
Oh, is that what that is? Really?
Yeah.
Or are you just shitting me now?
No, no, that's it. You there's a set rule when you're at a manor back in the day, and they were called
Yeah. So
manners.
that's what it is. It's a Manor,
Okay.
and it was shit. No, I can't. Why can't I see this? Um, it was a president's house, I believe. Hold on, I got this. So the president's it was Colmere Mansion. It was built in 1898,
Okay.
right? Um, and it is served under. It was by Colin E.W. Cole, a former Confederate officer who served
Yeah, I was
under
like, that
Confederate
doesn't sound like
General.
a union.
Right. It's Robert E. Lee. Colonel King Cole later became president of the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railway
Okay.
and socialized with such Southerns, blah, 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 blah. So it's a plantation,
Fuck.
right? It's pretty much a fucking plantation.
Okay.
So, but it's fucking huge.
Usually they were.
And,
So the
and
slaves don't run away.
so yeah. So inside there's rows of tables. It's 12 people to a table.
Okay.
If you're a party of two, you're gonna be sitting down. They fill the whole table.
Okay.
So the whole table has to be full. So we get there, we're like trying to make it for lunch because lunch is from 8 to 11, but we didn't make it. We got there for lunch.
Okay.
So for lunch on Saturday, we had there's no menu. You sit down,
And the
forks
slaves
are
bring
at
you
the
food.
table. No, forks are at the table. Everything's at the table. Your lemonade, your iced tea, your water, everything's at the table. And they just
They
start
didn't
bringing
believe
out
in
food.
COVID, huh?
We had fried chicken.
Okay.
I We had southern vegetables. We had salad. We had biscuits that I can't even tell you. Like I've never had a biscuit this bomb
Okay.
ever.
Was there a bomb in the biscuit because it was at a
Yes,
base that it mattered?
yes, 100%. That
Okay.
was not at a base. That was in Nashville,
Okay.
and so we had biscuits and gravy, and we had greens, and we had collard greens, and then we had a green bean casserole, and then we had corn casserole, and then we had fucking I can't even remember a thousand
Something in
things.
a casserole. I feel like
It was like a lot of fucking food.
okay.
We had corn pudding. We had that.
Like the band, like you're
Shut
eating
up.
pudding and like I could see, I'm going blind. Is that
Yes,
okay?
sure. Whatever makes you happy.
All right.
It
Shout out to
was
corn.
really cool. It was like really southern. Like it was a really southern thing. Like everyone sits around, you pass the plate. They bring like, this nice
That
china
sounds like
plate.
a church.
Yeah, it's probably like a chair. Yeah. So if that's how you look at it, yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's like when
Yeah.
you go to the church dinner and everyone sits around and pass a plate around. That's exactly what it is.
Nah, every time I went to the church and I asked for more of the stuff, and they're like, no. And I was like, dude, like I just had, not breakfast coming here because I was here all early and shit, like at the butt crack of
Hmm.
dawn. And he was like, no, this is the blood of Christ and the blood. And I was like, oh fuck. But can I get
What?
seconds? The plate. They serve the bread and then the
Stop talking.
okay. So
Yeah. So we
yeah.
did that. And then we went to the zoo in Nashville.
Were there slaves there?
Ironically, it's also built on a plantation.
Slaves used to be there.
They used to be there. And so the Erie part, like Monell's where we ate, was really
Like,
nice and fancy, and you just got there, ate, and you left, right? So you really didn't have time to like look around. We went to the zoo, and like it has like it tells you how many white people built that
rabbits?
house
Okay.
and how many slaves or how many black people built the house. And it technically tells you, built by slaves. And then so it's very eerie, right? And it's like, so you're like from California, we're used to just reading about shit like this, right?
Right.
Slaves that happened, blah 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 blah. You're there and you're looking at this house and you're like, this beautiful house was built by slaves. Like, and then the worst part is, so you go through the whole house, you look at the, living room, dining room, baby's room, parents' room, the adults' room. Um, and then the kitchen was built outside because in case there was a fire, right? Like it wouldn't burn down the kitchen. The kitchen was separate
Okay.
in the old days. And then you get to the corner of where the help was,
There was a lion.
and it's like, what?
Are you still at the zoo?
Yes, this is the zoo.
That's fucked. They have
Yeah,
they have
the
a
zoo
slave
is
quarters at the zoo.
no, the zoo was built on a plantation.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, isn't that crazy?
I
So when you but they kept the house, they kept like where they would um farm, and then they would keep like the area where the kids would play, and then they kept like the slave corners, and it's just like a fucking 4x4 where they all slept in, they all lived. In one room was the sleeping corner, and the other room was where they cooked, where they shit, where they did everything else. And that's it.
wow, that's fucked.
I mean, it's really fucked. But like, and then so we were like sitting here and we're like, this is so fucking eerie
And people
because you,
charge to go in.
well, the zoo part, obviously you're going to go see the zoo.
Well,
So the owners of
they're
the
still
home,
owners.
yeah. So
Oh
the
god.
owners of the home were really like big animal fans, I guess. And when they passed, one of their wishes was for them to turn the the area into like a habitat. Thus how it became the zoo. Right. So they were like really into like animals and stuff. And so they turned. So when you walk this way, you see big ass plantation, fucking slave corners where they live. You see the fucking old ass sewing machine where they make the clothes. They have the cotton wheel, where they start making like all that shit is in there. And then you turn and they're like the giraffes are there,
The fuck.
the rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple different things, right?
Right.
A couple
Yeah.
different
It's
takeaways. So
dude.
first off, it's like the fucking numerical, right? Like two times two times two, whatever, is squared, right? So theoretically, you're in slave squared,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. Yeah.
in a zoo. It was had slaves, built by slaves, as you're looking at animals that are essentially enslaved. Yeah, you didn't think about
Sure.
that, did you?
No, I didn't. No. I mean, I mean, so
Sorry,
it's
that's fucked. It's so fucked.
yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
it was very like emotional
Yeah, not like
because
Whitney Houston. Like I'm not. It's not getting so emotional every time I think of you, but also kind of because the second point that I was trying to make is they charge for this zoo, right?
yeah.
Okay, so they charge for a zoo that some rich fuckers had slaves build
Mm-hmm.
to keep their fucking zoo open.
Right.
But I mean, theoretically, reparations were 40 acres and a mule. So the slaves didn't get that, but the shit that the slaves built can have all the fucking animals, including a mule.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of meals around.
That's so fucked. Oh my god, it's so dumb.
And it was crazy
Oh,
because like
oh
so
shit.
like I said, like I'm telling you, like it's really emotional and eerie, right? Like you're there and you're seeing this house and they show you the senses of all the people that like build the house, right? So you're like, dude, these are all black people that have technically built this entire home. And then, but just as fast as you saw it, you turn and you're like, oh, look, the giraffe. And not that you forget about it, but you're like, huh, do I like not feel good about this? Should I continue going to see the giraffe?
Yo, fuck Jeffrey the giraffe after the fucking man. Like
Yeah.
that's some fucked. That's some oh
Yeah.
man. Like it,
I like yeah. Oh, I know. It was crazy. It was like, and I remember I posted pictures of the house,
okay.
and then I posted pictures of the zoo, and one of my girlfriends was like, "Is the zoo on the plantation?"
Hmm.
I was like, "Yes." I was like, "It is," and she was like, "What the fuck?"
And this is like
Yeah,
the Nashville Zoo.
this is the Nashville Zoo. Yeah.
So the city of Nashville fucking keeps this some bitch open so people could learn about slavery that's in their culture,
Hmm.
but really not like were there any black people there?
Hardly, I think.
I would think not. Fuck. Why would you want to go back to the scene of your oppression
I don't
and then
know.
watch fucking animals be the same sort of fucking oppressed?
I
And
mean,
you're paying
so
money to fucking you're paying money for
yeah,
something your
but I
ancestors theoretically built for free that like lived in a 4x4 shack and shit
yeah.
on top of each other, literally, as you're watching the monkey shit on top of everything.
I mean, they're pretty separated, right? Like you have to walk away
I'm
from
not
the
saying
house.
that would be really fucked if like the monkey is shitting on the fucking plantation.
No, but I'm
No,
saying like you're making it sound like then like the house and then the next thing is
no,
the
no, no. I'm not
monkey.
saying that, but I'm just saying
But like
theoretically, the thing that the whole campus that encompasses the National Zoo, right, was built by slaves, right, and
100%.
the slave owners, down the line gave it to the city of Nashville, and the city, and they got it for fucking free. They got this plantation zoo for
That
fucking
we know
free.
of for free. We don't know if
It's
they
either
bought it.
yes, the national, the yeah, like the city of LA is going to get the Spelling Mansion. It's not
Yeah, why
happening.
not?
Aaron Spelling, Tori Spelling's dad, he created the 90210. That's like
Mm-hmm.
the big one of the biggest fucking mansions in California, let alone LA. It's not like the city of LA is going to go fucking buy that. So I'm just saying, or even Graceland, right? Graceland, which is in Tennessee, right? In Memphis, right?
Yeah,
It's not
which
like the
we didn't
city of
go.
Memphis fucking bought Graceland. They're like, no, fuck off. Like the family's gonna get it. So the family of whoever the fuck the family is that owned the plantation that was built by slaves that had
Mm-hmm.
animals and shit like that, they gave it to the city of Nashville. And I'm sorry, fuck it. If you're black, you should get in free. I feel like that's I'm not paying for a fucking slave suit, goddamn. Hell no. Fuck off. Like we've already paid. We've already paid. Somewhere down the line in my ancestry, we fucking paid the ultimate price. So fuck off. You're not getting my
Yeah,
$5. And you better not fuck. I'm gonna 5 finger discount this fucking penguin hat because I fucking love penguins at this fucking slave zoo in Nashville that you got for free. Fuck
yeah. I
off.
mean,
Come
it was
on.
really, it was really pretty.
it's probably what fucking Ebenezer fucking said as he's getting lynched at fucking slave zoo.
I'm just saying, like
I'm
it
just
was pretty.
fuck.
Okay.
Oh, oh. Well, did you see anything else? Because it's fucking depressing.
I only saw the two slave places.
Oh, yes. So it was the ate at the slave place where they did. Man, that's so crazy, right? Because they didn't give you a menu. They just fucking fed you whatever the fuck they felt
No,
like the slaves.
they have a set menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be family style. So it's like a Sunday dinner for every course every day.
I don't know.
That was pretty cool. I liked it.
I mean,
It
I
was
don't
even so
know.
cool. We went back the next day for breakfast.
I mean, did they get a? Could you like order a breakfast burrito?
No,
Oh,
what
fuck off
they
then.
bring everything out.
Yeah, just like the slaves. They just gave them
No,
whatever the fucking scraps from the fucking dinner table
no.
of the
Or you
kid.
can say the slaves cooked it and they cooked whatever they knew how to cook and gave it to the masters. So it's
Wasn't there?
we're not getting
Wasn't
the
there like
left.
a fucking like movie where somebody treated somebody like shit and whatever? So like they put laxatives in the fucking cookies and or shit in the. Feel like it's like Viola. No,
It's Viola. Yeah, it's Viola
it's not
Davis.
Viola. It's the other one. The bigger the
She's in it too.
Octavia Spencer. There you go.
She's in it too.
Yeah, no, Octavia Spencer served the shit cookies or something odd.
Yeah, it's called
The Help, isn't it?
The Help.
Ah, see, there you go.
I love that movie. It's such a great movie.
I, I mean, it's Like I'm not rushing to fucking see Amistad. I'm not
We
rushing to see
weren't
the Ridge.
either. It just kind of happened. We didn't know that there was a fucking plantation at the zoo. We wanted to go see the fucking kangaroo.
How many Confederate flags did you see during your?
None.
I find that hard to believe
None.
because I actually we went. We drove from LA to Georgia for my uncle's funeral. That was
Mm-hmm.
2021, I feel. Like
Mm-hmm.
summer 2021, and COVID was still like whatever. Uh yeah, like once we hit Arizona, actually fuck that. Like when we hit San
Yeah.
Bernardino and then through Arizona and
In
fucking
Texas.
dude, like dude, I could have, that punch buggy game. Like out, my arm would be full of fucking welts if we had to punch each other in the arm for every Confederate flag that we saw or
Yeah, no,
sticker.
we didn't see any.
That's
There.
wild.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
But
consider
we
yourself
stayed.
lucky.
We went from, like I said, um, what the fuck did I say? Camp. What was it? Fort Campbell.
Okay,
And we visited only Nashville. We didn't go past like the tourist parts. So
okay,
we went to the Nissan Stadium because Jason's a big Tennessee fan. So we went to see the Tennessee Titan Stadium.
okay.
So that was
Did
cool.
they drive a Nissan through it?
No,
Then why don't they call it Titan Stadium then?
because they don't call any stadium by the name of the team. They call it by the name of what it's own.
Oh, like the slaves.
I'm done with you.
Am I wrong? Can you prove me wrong?
Yeah.
What?
What stadium is called the Dallas Stadium? The Arizona
Dallas
Stadium.
Stadium,
No, it's not called the Dallas Stadium.
Cowboy Stadium.
It's not the Cowboy Stadium. It has a
What is it called?
name. Look it up.
Okay,
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Cowboy Stadium. Can't reach my face.
I'm gonna text your wife.
You would have to swing up.
See,
AT&T
it's an
Stadium.
AT&T
Okay, all right.
Stadium, jackass.
What? Who calls it fucking AT&T Stadium?
It doesn't
That's just
matter.
like
That's what
like
it's.
a
That's what it
California.
is.
That's just
It
like the
says Titan State. It says Tennessee Titan, home of the Tennessee Titans, but it's the Nissan Stadium.
Did the National
Just like
Zoo
our
say home of the
stadium,
slave?
just like the stadium here, it's not called the fucking Charger Stadium.
Because the fucking other team plays there.
It doesn't
The
matter.
Rams.
But it's always called by. It's always named by who owns
If
it.
it were called by the teams that played there, would it be called Charging Ram Stadium or Ramming Charge? No.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing this with you.
Okay. All right. So, I mean,
The SoFi Stadium.
yes. So, with that all being said, was there? Did you have any preconceived notions of what Tennessee was?
No, well, no.
Did you
I,
like everybody's gonna speak with the yowl and
no,
have
I
no
didn't
teeth
even
and drink
think.
Mountain Dew, or
No, I didn't think. We did buy moonshine, a lot of it.
did you? Were you able to smuggle that in, or can you
No,
tell?
you can bring in moonshine. Well, they have like moonshine stores.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a little jar from the Bevmo.
we got. What did we get?
Shiny Moon,
I'm trying to
Blackberry.
remember what we got. Blackberry moonshine.
I
Yes, we
feel
did
like
get blackberry.
that's yeah.
We got strawberry shake
Okay,
moonshine.
that's doesn't sound great at all.
I don't like strawberry. I'm one of those people that like strawberries but don't like strawberry anything.
Okay, but I'm just
So
saying, like moonshine theoretically is like paint thinner, and then you add strawberry shake in it.
flavor.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
I haven't tasted it. Jay, I don't know if Jay opened it yet.
Okay.
Let me see. They had pineapple um covered or pineapple soaked in moonshine,
That's
and then
no longer a pineapple. I feel like you
and
could set
then
that fucking pineapple on fire,
they had
and it'll be a
pickles.
torch to light the night.
They had pickles in moonshine, tangerine in moonshine. What else did they have?
That's some
We
weird.
tried the Tennessee whiskey, the old because it's called Old Smokies, and they have a brewery there, and it's all
Okay,
moonshine. But we tried the cinnamon whiskey, the peach, and the what is this called? Buckabear,
blueberry,
Buckeye, the Buckeye, whatever.
Buckeye.
Yeah. Oh, we tried our orange sherbet.
That
It's called
doesn't sound good.
orange chimsicle. It's like an icicle. Like it tastes like orange sorbet.
Well, with that all being said, like, did it snow in Tennessee? Because it was pretty fucking cold here. It didn't.
We got to Nashville at 11 and it was 61. By the time we
See,
finished eating, it was 65. By
wow.
the time we left the stadium, it was 69. By the time we left the brewery, it was 74
See,
and hot.
if you sang that with a twang, that would have been a fucking country song. Well, I went to Nashville and there was
It was
61.
But it
Yeah,
was good. It was cool. I want to go to the Kentucky side
the Kentucky.
next.
Why? You didn't get enough
Because
of the slaves?
no, because Noah's Ark is in Kentucky.
You don't actually believe that Noah's Ark is in Kentucky, right?
Yeah. My brother went to see it. He said it was cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, no.
What?
That's
Look it
not
up.
the actual Noah's Ark.
Well, no shit.
You said the Noah's Ark is in fucking Kentucky.
It's in Kentucky. It's Noah's Ark
No.
in Kentucky.
Oh, my head.
What?
It's a fucking, what is it, like a Jesus fucking Disneyland or whatever the fuck. And it,
Yeah.
dude, if
Yeah.
you know the story behind it, you would want to see it. Or maybe you would. Because people fucking go there or whatever.
People do go there. It's really
I'd rather
cool.
go to fucking Dollywood than I'd go to fucking Noah's Ark Land or sorry. I almost said
Why?
a Saurus. Because
Why?
Dolly, I'm sorry, fucking Dolly Parton's probably funner than Noah, I feel like. No?
I don't know. I would want to go see it. It looks pretty cool.
You wouldn't want to go see fucking Dollywood.
Like the way it's built and the way it like looks and how big it is, and
Also Dolly Parton.
it's in biblical scale. That's what it says.
I feel like also Dolly Parton.
It's everyone knows it's a complete replica. Of course, it's not the original one, but I think I would want to see it. Why not?
Also Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is awesome. Don't talk about Dolly Parton. She's
Okay,
freaking
then why are
amazing.
you going to go see a big fucking piece of wood that somebody else? They got fuck all like tax breaks. Like literally, Kentucky is the lowest literacy rate state in all of the United States.
But
And the
they can
United
build the
States,
motherfucking ark.
no. What I'm telling you is they spent more money on this fucking ark than they did on the fucking people of Kentucky's education.
No, I understand that,
And
but
you still
I
want to
mean,
see it.
you can still say the same thing about Vegas, and they
Vegas is
smell
built on mob
gazillions,
shit.
and they fucking build gazillion casinos, but no one knows how to fucking read or add unless it's a fucking check that you are paying at the casino.
Okay, so
What's the difference?
it's all wrong,
It's all completely wrong.
right? It's just like the
The state,
NCAA
the
that
state, the state of Nevada literally teaches you how to do nothing but work hospitality.
right? I mean, Fiji's is almost the same way.
So then what's the issue?
I'm just saying, like, you should not support that. I feel
But we
like.
support it everywhere we go.
I mean, if you're making the express like concerted effort to go to the fucking arc, knowing that millions of dollars that should have gone to education
Yeah.
went to
I
building this.
I went to Vegas and I know that knowingly they are like last in education in the country.
Yes, but
Yet
if
we
you
go
know,
and yet we go and spend gazillion thousands of dollars every weekend to fucking get drunk and party it up at a pool that's
not me,
infected by gazillion people.
not me. But I mean,
Obviously.
if you know about Vegas, like and Nevada, I want to say like Vegas specifically, but you know, between Nevada, I mean Reno and Vegas itself, right? Theoretically speaking, it was a mob haven for all the mobsters of the Midwest.
100%.
Okay, so when you already like that's not you're not starting off if that's the epicenter of the foundation of your societies. You're not starting off very high. It's not like oh, a bunch of scholars went out to fuck went to Death Valley and decided to erect, you know, what is it, Roman, you know, whatever the fuck the Romans did,
Right.
you know.
So
But
what's
they
the
have
difference between Kentucky and Nevada?
probably not, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing though. It's not a good fucking thing. I
Yet
so I
we still go to Nevada, but you're saying
okay.
why
I
would you go to
want to
why would
go
you
to
go to
Nevada
Kentucky
as
for the
much as I
same
want to go see
reason?
the Ark,
No,
which is
and that's
absolutely
fine.
not.
But
That's not
that's fine.
me.
Every single country, state, place you go to, it
Are dumb.
that is attracting you to go there. That attraction to go there
They're dumb.
is based on poor people that live there that are being like not paid attention to, but we're gonna build this amazing thing for you to come see. No matter where you go, it's there.
I'm not saying it's not. I just
But it
that
is.
specific.
And we choose to do this to the place that we want to go to.
I mean, Dana White slapped his wife. McMahon losing his empire for some pussy. I guess
What does pussy have anything to do with
Vince
fucking
McMahon,
Kentucky and
everything.
Tennessee?
He damn near lost his fucking
Who
company.
cares? He doesn't do shit for anybody but himself,
Wait,
which is just like all these other states with the ark
Vince McMahon
and the
is not a
zoo.
state. I think you just proved why you want to go see the Ark.
It's why?
I don't know. I don't know. But kudos to you for wanting to see the Ark. I have
Yeah,
none of it.
actually, now I really am gonna go see the fucking ark because of
I,
you.
I,
I'm gonna plan to go for a weekend to go make sure I fucking see the ark.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I
What
mean,
does Adam want to see? What do you want to see?
so when so when we were going to this, you know, what is it? No, my my dad's brother passed away, right? So we drove to Georgia, right? And
Okay.
I was like, oh, like we had never, as a family, you know, really done any vacations, right? Yeah. So it was me, my wife, and Owen, and my sister and my nephew, right?
Hmm.
And we had a mid-sized SUV, and we drove, right? So I'm plotting out the fucking places to go and see. Uh, so from here to Georgia, where would you think Adam Woods would want to see?
Fuck, now I don't know.
Grand Canyon, Daly's Plaza, where fucking Kennedy got shot, Oklahoma City, where the bombing happened, because
So you
never
want to go
forget.
see to the Grand Canyon where they've taken the land
Yeah,
from the Indians, and you pay for that?
yeah, yeah.
Uh huh.
But that's natural.
Potato, potato, bro.
No, it's natural though.
It, it's natural to okay, so it's fine when we take
But
the nat.
those aren't
No,
those.
you're saying it's fine. Let's take nature from the Indians, and that's cool. And then we'll kill you all, right? And then we'll make you pay for the land that you lived in. We'll treat you like shit. We'll rape your wives and kids and everything. And it's cool. Like we're good.
I bought a blanket from a person that said they were tribal.
I ate food from the fucking slaves.
Well, I guess we're both there. 100%. Okay, you prove your point. Touche. Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
It's like, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know. So how long were you there?
5 days.
And so did that encompass it? Fort Campbell, uh, Slave Eats, Slave Zoo.
Tennessee Titans and
Okay,
moonshine in 5 days. Yeah.
okay. Did you see
Yeah.
any music?
No, we didn't have time. Remember,
I
we
feel
also have babies, and so it's kind of like
I feel
it's
like
hard.
if you're in Nashville, like you would have heard some honky tonk badonkadonk or whatever.
Well, we wanted to, but again, like I said, we had the kids, and we can't be out like that. And it was raining on the one on the Sunday we went out, and Joey's birthday was on Saturday, so we got there Friday morning, like 2 in the morning. Um, Friday we kind of hung out and celebrated my son's birthday because he turned 1.
Right.
And Saturday, then he had his birthday. So Gio's birthday was Friday. Joey's birthday was Saturday. We went out to dinner and had
And
cake at
then
home.
Dennis's birthday was just this
And then
past.
Dennis's fest today. Dennis's birthday's today.
Happy birthday, Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's his birthday.
I feel like you and your mom's you guys coordinated the cycles.
Right?
I I mean,
Well, had
have you
I
thought about that?
Well, Xavier wasn't due until March 6th.
Okay.
And he was born on February 7th on my birthday.
Right. So
So
you
he
guys
came a
coordinated.
month early.
Yeah, but even still, like when they're actually born, you don't celebrate the day that he was supposed to come. You celebrate the day that he
No,
came.
but I'm
Right?
saying like we really didn't. It's not really coordinated because he wasn't supposed to come until a month later. And
I don't know.
then
Celestially, I feel like you
and
guys
then
coordinated it.
Giovanni was born on the 24th and Joey was born on the 25th, which 6 more hours and he would have been born on the 25th. But
Yeah,
it was
I
funny
mean,
because Joe called me and he was like, "That baby better not be born on the 25th, Claudia." I was like, "How the fuck am I supposed to stop him?"
are you supposed to cross your legs and wish for the best?
Yeah, right? Or push, right? I have to push.
Okay, I
But
mean,
so it was fine, but he came on the 24th. And I was like, oh, we ain't having no baby to match Dennis. We're
there you go. Yeah,
not having another one. We're done.
there you go. I mean,
We're,
two. I think two is a good number, right?
yeah.
Especially like they're close in age. So, like what? Mm,
We're not
theoretically,
we're not
17 years from now,
outnumbered.
you guys. Next time you guys go to Nashville, you guys can see honky tonk stuff.
I want to go to Barcelona next.
Wait, like Spain? I mean, that's a pretty big jump from Nashville to Spain.
I know. But I'm gonna wait till the kids are like 3 and 4 or 4 and 5
Isn't that
or
where they have
5.
the running of the bulls?
Yes.
Do you want to run with the bulls?
Negative.
I would love to see you run with the bulls.
Negative.
I'm just
I'm going
saying,
to go watch me some soccer.
it's
That's what I'm gonna do.
culture. You can't go to Barcelona or Pamplona or wherever the fuck without.
Barcelona.
It's one of them for sure. And I'm sure there's a bull there. I'm
I
sure.
can 100% go anywhere and not have to run with anything.
You,
or
I
anyone.
mean, but what's the point in that? I mean, you went to the slave zoo, and then
Yeah.
you're wanting to go to the fictitious ark. So you might as well get some sort of culture.
How's that not cultured?
Running with the bulls is so much culture.
How?
You
Explain.
wear the fucking hat,
Ooh.
you wear the fucking white shit, whatever, and then you got gored in the ass by a bull. Fucking
You
culture.
don't wear a hat. You wear all white, and then you wear
There's a
a
red.
red bandana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something red.
I could do that shit here and not be
I mean,
cultured.
that's running from the Crips.
You're so fucking dumb.
Oh, I want to commentate that. Here we are at the first ever running of the Crips.
That's fucked up. You're gonna get shot.
I'm just, well, you don't want to run with the Bulls, so fuck. Let's
Don't
see,
nobody
clean
want to run
straight
with the bulls.
in white with a
It's a
red
dumb thing
bandana.
to
You
do.
just,
Where is running with the bulls?
I feel like it's Pamplona. I don't think it's Barcelona.
Running with the bulls is in July.
And where is it? Pamplona, right?
It's in July. It doesn't even say.
What's the city?
Doesn't even say.
Whack.
I'm trying to find an address or something.
The address for the running of the Bulls?
San Fermin Festival in Pamplona.
Told you.
And the Pamplona running of the bulls is called the Pamplona running of the
Okay.
bulls.
So, why do you want to go to Barcelona?
Because I want to take my dad to go see a soccer game.
Did you know there's a Barcelona in Pasadena?
Yes.
You should go there.
No. I
Why?
want to take him to go see Barcelona play in Barcelona.
You could go into the Barcelona and tell them to turn to the channel where the Barcelona football place does its thing. You could.
We're going to fight.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to the actual Barcelona, but I think that's like, fucking going from the wading pool to fucking swimming in the goddamn Atlantic Ocean, right?
So,
So baby steps. I feel like you go watch the football game
we watch the football game all the time.
but you haven't done it in Barcelona and Pasadena.
Who cares?
I can't.
Why would you just not go to where you're supposed to go? Why would you take baby steps? Why
Who's
can't you
to say
just
that
go?
you're not supposed to go to Pasadena?
Who's to say that you are?
Okay, then go to Pasadena. Then you go to Spain.
Why?
Cause Z. It makes sense.
How?
It's just like, oh, you don't go from training martial arts into the UFC.
Two
You
different
fucking
things.
start small and
But
you fight.
why?
You fight. Otherwise, you're gonna be one of the people that I share on the fucking social media. You don't just start in the UFC. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm not fighting Barcelona. I'm gonna go
I'm not
watch a
saying you're
fucking
gonna
soccer
fight
game.
in Barcelona, although if you did, please send me the video because I'm gonna post it on my social media.
I would
Uh,
totally not fight in a different country.
yeah, that wouldn't be good. I mean,
And
yes.
I'm going for the experience of watching a live, like, European League game.
Okay.
Like, why would I want to I could just stay at home and watch it.
You know, there's soccer that is played in Pasadena at this place called the
Yes,
Rose
it's
Bowl.
called the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I've been there plenty of times. I've seen
Okay.
plenty of games there.
I've only been once. It's before
No,
the 4th of July.
we've seen plenty of games there. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, we've seen Barcelona and we've seen Real Madrid play there. And the first time that they played there, we had tickets. My dad and I had season tickets to the Galaxy game.
Uh-huh.
And they gave us tickets to those, and I was offered like $500 each ticket.
Wow.
They didn't even care where we were sitting. And I was like, no, I'm not giving you my fucking tickets. I fucking have mid-level seats, and you no, I'm gonna go see the fucking game.
So you mentioned you went to see a Barcelona team play against this team called Real Madrid.
No, we've seen Real Madrid and Barcelona
Okay.
FC play at the Rose Bowl.
Is there a fake Madrid? Is there?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Where did they play? The
It's
Compton City Park or what?
they play it according to Woods.
No, I'm just saying there's a Real Madrid. I've been wanting to, like, I get Chivas, the fucking goat. Get, like, there's so many things. Fulham FC, Fulham Football Club, got it, understood. But I don't understand Real Madrid. Like,
Why?
is there a fake Madrid?
They're just like that's just what they're called. They've been called that since before you were a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
Yeah, even still, nobody
And it's
like.
and really
Look,
it's not
look. If
Real Madrid,
people,
it's
if people,
Real Madrid.
okay, but again, we were talking about education, right? Who the fuck knew when they? When was the fucking Real Madrid established? The football club,
In like fucking 1800s. I
1800,
don't know.
right? What was the literacy rate
Does
of
it
people?
matter?
I think it does because nobody
Why?
questioned why. I mean, if you're the only team in Madrid, guess what?
No.
You're obviously you're the. It's like going to fucking Canada and having Canadian bacon. It's just fucking bacon.
It's round bacon.
It's still bacon.
And it's more ham than it is bacon.
Okay, but that's the way the
Like, have
Canadians
you
like
ever
it.
had Canadian bacon?
No, I've
Then
watched the
how
movie
then
with
how
John
are you
Candy,
then
and
how are
he's
you
not made out
going
of candy.
then how I'm done with you.
Why?
I'm so done. I can't. I can't with you.
I've seen Canadian Bacon, which is a movie with John Candy, and John Candy's not made out of candy. So you get Canadian Bacon with the guy from Canada named
You're
Candy.
not
That's
made
from
out
Canada.
of wood either, and you're over here sitting your ass in front of the
You know what?
screen. According to
I think what had happened was those people that built the slave zoo, whatever the fuck, sent my people out to the woods. They're like, ah, what do you fucking call them if they die? Oh, fucking woods.
but you're
So,
from Fiji.
well, half of me is.
Okay. So you're partly wood?
I'm yeah, and the other part is Wanganisanini. Go for it.
Well,
Do you know what
your
Wanganisanini?
Wanganisanini is showing.
Do you know what Wanganisanini means in Fijian?
Of course not.
Huh? Oh yeah.
See, even your wife is like, what?
Yeah, yeah. Wait, eh, am I wrong that Canadian Bacon is a movie that is starred by a guy named John Candy?
I don't fucking know because I've never watched a goddamn movie called Canadian Bacon. I've had Canadian bacon and it's round ham that's called Canadian bacon.
Okay,
So try Canadian bacon and then
I,
tell me about it.
I've seen the movie, so I don't have to try it.
Mary, how?
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 What, you're saying that she's native? How? Is that the way you greet my wife?
How do you
She might have a
steal?
little bit of jerky in him. I'm just saying.
How have you
Uh,
not choked him and like murdered him in his sleep?
I mean, I don't think she'd go on a podcast talking about it, right?
I'm so done with
Unless
you.
you
So
like the
stupid.
Murdochs from Netflix.
Look, ugh.
Dude, did you wait? Can we talk about that? Do
I
you know
haven't
about the
seen that.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
it's a
Look, I have
fuck show
children. You know when I get to see any kind of TV, I
at
start
the
work at
Slave
5 a.m.
Plantation House.
I still I start work at 5 a.m.
Okay,
And right now I'm watching a murder in the
five.
hotel, murder in apartments, murder in the Shit, why can't I remember the name of the show?
Champagne Room.
No, it's called Murder. Only Murders in the Building, and it's
Oh, it's
with
the Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. Have you seen that show?
No, I haven't.
It's good. It's the
I
second
like Steve
season.
Martin. I used to like Martin Short. I'm on the fence. I've seen Selena Gomez cook during the pandemic, thanks to
Yeah,
the misses, and I think I've gotten my fill of Selena Gomez.
I
I
like
do like
Selena
the "We Don't
Gomez.
Talk Anymore" song, the with Charlie. Puth.
Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I like Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
So I'm on second season.
So Claudia, I don't know either. Boo.
Um, I started the second season, and I'm just barely making it through the seventh episode of the second season.
Okay.
So I got to pick and choose when I see things and how I see it and what
Yeah.
time.
So
I have toddlers, so
I was in a
different time.
break room at the place where I currently work, and they were making this big thing about this like giant ginger person named Alex Murda.
What is the show called? Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it just Murda. Like the fucking family's name is Murda, like Murdaugh.
Like it's murder type of
Yeah,
thing.
100% like Murdaugh, right? And
Wait, I'm looking it
these
up.
motherfuckers murder peoples.
Oh, murder,
Yeah,
murders.
yeah, man. It's I was like, oh fuck, you were talking about like, oh Woods, what the fuck is that? Whatever. No, their name is Murda, and they fucking murder people. Holy shit!
It's only 3 episodes.
It's it. That's all you need.
I might start watching it tomorrow morning.
Yo,
See, I
like,
can't even get through my murder mysteries, let alone.
I mean, there's so many of them. I feel like like you could just like Law and Order SVU has been on forever, right? So like that in
I don't.
itself.
I don't like those shows though.
But I mean, you could, theoretically speaking, you could just like watch that, and you'll never get nothing with like murder mystery or whatever the fuck, right?
Hmm.
Like that, and like I don't know, Murder She Wrote back in the day with Angela Lansbury. Shout out to Angela Lansbury, 'cause she just passed away. But yeah, like there's a lot of fucking what is it, murder mystery fucking shit. But like for me, I always dig. It's the same reason why I like combat sports. I don't like I. Yes, it's creative when people think and write it on fucking paper, right? But the fucking murder people, fucking that happened like in real life. That's the
So, but is it?
I
I
don't want to
think
spoil it, but
no, no, no. Don't say anything. 'Cause I want to watch it.
yes.
And then we could talk about it next week.
All
I'll
right.
probably it's 3 episodes. I'll watch it by next
Yeah.
week.
Okay.
But is it more scary to know that these people murdered, or to know that someone can write such a great story about murder? That like, dude, are you a fucking killer?
I think. Well, to me, I think it's power. I think it's power, and not to get too
Mhm.
much into it, but it's power, right? And when you look at the last 3 years of what we've
So,
kind of
so
been
is
through,
it powerful to be able to write like a murderer, or to be the murderer? Because
I
to
guess.
be the murderer, you just have to follow your thoughts. But
Yeah.
to but to write as a murderer, you have to become the murderer in order to be.
Well, I mean, Stephen King hasn't, to the best of our knowledge, killed anyone, right? But he's been the standard bearer of all murder mysteries and adaptable shit for what, since 1970, whatever the fuck, right?
Right.
So I don't think it's that, right? And then to bring it back to LA, right? Like you could write a fucking movie about this like haunted fucking hotel and whatever the fuck, right? Or there's the fucking Hotel Cecil, which for a fucking 100 years has been the bastion of fucking evil shit that goes on in the city, from Richard Ramirez to Elisa Lam, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
real. That's fucking real. You could go there. Like I've been in the area. There's one time, like before I knew anything about the fucking Hotel Cecil, right? There was one time, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, when like we just moved into our place, right? And I used to go down like bike rides, right? And where I live, I could pretty much get into, Northeast LA and or downtown LA, right? And I would
Mm-hmm.
just see where I would go, right?
Right.
And I remember I was on my bike and my sister called me. And it's bright as day, but it felt fucking dark, right? And I was like, yo, like just hold on, I gotta get off this fucking corner. And I just happened to look, whatever, and there's this like hotel, right? And I see the fucking awning or whatever. Didn't think any of it, whatever. But then when I got home, I was like, what the fuck is Hotel Cecil? And I was like, oh. And that's just like a good, 4 or 5 years before the Netflix shit or whatever. Like only the
I haven't
people
seen
that,
that either.
huh?
I haven't seen that either.
Oh, it's a motherfucker. But you go around the Hotel Cecil, like just in and around on the fucking block, there's a fucking energy. You can be spiritual, not be spiritual, believe in ghosts or not, whatever. You step on that fucking block, there's something there. There's something there.
That's like they say that there's definitely something at the what is that? The casino in Vegas, the one that looks like a pyramid.
Oh, Luxor?
Yeah.
Is
Is
there?
the Luxor? The one that
Yeah,
shoots the green light, right?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the Excalibur for sure.
No,
It's
it's the
not certain
Luxor.
things. Yeah, it's
That
Luxor.
place is haunted.
But then again, if Vegas and Nevada, for the most part, in its two biggest cities, in Vegas and Reno, because Carson City is the capital, right? But
Hmm.
theoretically, just the two big cities of Reno and Vegas, right? If they're built on mob shit, right? There was nothing there pre what 1920 30,
Hmm.
like during the gold rush when people fucking came over and shit like that, or Oregon
Hmm.
trailed it, whatever. Nobody
Yeah.
fucking stayed in Vegas. Nobody
I
stayed in
actually,
fucking Nevada.
I
They fucking
actually
kept
went
on
to
going.
their. I went to the first water, I guess, water source plant in Vegas.
Hoover Dam.
No, it's a park now, but it was like, I guess, where they clean the water, where they process water or
Right.
whatever. That shit was also really cool to see how they had like these giant like areas of water plus the pool, right, where you swim.
Okay.
And then they had all the farm animals and all that other shit. It's pretty cool too. Now that I think about it, I've been pretty to a couple of historic places,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but that
okay.
one actually in Vegas is actually really nice.
I mean, is there? I mean, I this is the first time I'm hearing about the Luxor being haunted.
Yeah. So apparently, someone jumped off the Luxor at one point. They
Okay.
committed suicide, and it's that
Really?
floor.
Okay.
That
I'm pulling it up. So it says the Curse of Luxor, and this is a courtesy of Ghost City Tours, right? But essentially, did you know Luxor is the third largest pyramid in the world? Uh, only two pyramids, Giza. Only the two pyramids in Giza or larger. But let's get to the fucking ghost story.
Yeah.
So, string of death. Tourists and residents alike down on their luck, at their wits' end, tired without hope. Whatever the cause, the number of suicides that occur each year in a Las Vegas hotel room is staggering. The aggregate figures are unknown due to the tendency of the hotels not to report such grisly incidents. You're less likely to want to stay in a room with brain matter and bullet holes once the decorated walls get put in, or sit in a dining area where someone threw themselves over the railing and fell to their death.
Yes.
The news may get out, but as the reputation of the Luxor demonstrates, there are things that never leave. The tortured souls that met their end amongst the mass produced furniture, dusty remotes, and stained sheets. Man, they're like, this is a dirty fucking place, and there's ghosts.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, so I think I know someone they said that they went to the Luxor,
Okay,
and so when you get on
right.
the elevator opens up fine in certain floors, but that floor where that person jumped off, I guess it was a 26th floor,
Okay.
because that's where the spirit is trapped. The the elevator comes up and it offsets.
Oh shit. Fucking A.
That was good.
You've that was
That was hilarious.
there was and Owen said there's no one there. Fuck. Let's like not talk about this shit. We're fucking loose. Oh my god.
If you
Oh my
want to make
god.
it, if you want to make it more scary, dog. Apparently, from what people tell, dogs can see things that aren't there.
Dogs can.
So have fun knowing that whenever they.
Yeah.
So have
Dogs
fun
and
knowing that
babies.
whenever they bark at nothing.
Okay. So
Dogs and babies. And I'm
all
gonna
right.
tell you.
I'm
Wait,
good.
I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you
No,
that
fuck this. I'm alright.
when my mom passed, Callie would only lay in front of the altar. You see our altar, right? She would lay there. She wouldn't move. She didn't want to move because my mom's picture was there until she got used to it. And then finally she moved out the way. But she would like move for you to pass, but then she would sit because my mom would always pet her. And she lays the way that my mom would pet her. And when Giovanni was born, Giovanni would look into like you'll lay him on the bed and he would look past you and he would like smile past you. Like whoever's there that's playing with him, and he would follow it. He would follow whatever it was that he would like whoever was playing, he would cackle. Like when you play with babies, that's exact but I wouldn't be playing with him, I would just watch him. And I was like, oh, so you're being visited. And it wasn't ever scary or eerie, but I had my altar when I lived in Vegas, it was in my guest room. So when Giovanni would wake up early, I would take him to the guest room and we would lay there. And that's where everyone would see, like all the kids, both my kids would play with whatever was up here. It's eerie.
Yeah, I'm
That
alright.
was funny. That was quite on
I'm
point.
yeah.
I'm
Alright.
surprised as much as you know that you didn't know about the Luxor.
Yeah, I don't I try not to fuck with shit that can fuck with you back. That's like a general rule. Like I remember so there was my mom, right? Um like very religious family, right? And my her and my mom's youngest sister, right, would be the mischief too, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
like uh my like with my grandfather, right? he'd be sleeping and he'd be snoring, right? And my grandfather was a big, burly Fijian man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom would basically go and hold my grandfather as he's sleeping, my grandfather's nose, and tell her sister to run down the hall and run back and fucking like cannonball on my grandfather's chest. And he'd, yeah, okay. So,
Mm-mm.
with that all being said, one of the things that they did that was mischievous is uh, they they did like a bootleg Ouija board, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh, I got a story about a Ouija board.
I've got my mom's story and then I've got mine.
Go ahead.
Okay, so they cut up letters and then they had like a crystal glass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal glass, and they would, the both of them, they move the glass over the letters, that they cut up with the paper, and it
Mm-hmm.
fucking spelled out some shit, and it scared the fuck out of them, and that was it. Like still to this day, I mean, like up until the day she died, my
Mm-hmm.
mom was one where, like when she was working at the fucking recreation center in the Bay Area, they had a haunted house, right? My mom was so fucking scared that they shut the whole damn fucking thing down just to get. She would not move. Like when she saw the little animatronic, whatever the fuck, she was, no, we're not doing this. Yeah, like she wanted to fight. Like my mom was a fighter, right? So my story, there was a guy that used to, because my dad was a street performer, but he produced his own, music, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who printed and made the tapes and CDs, right? He basically would invite a lot of the, like his clients over to his house for a Christmas party, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
a big house, right? So his daughter and her friends, I remember distinctly, were, you know, playing with a Ouija board, like a Milton Bradley Ouija board, which I
Mm-hmm.
still don't know why the fuck they have those like at
They
Target.
still have
They
them.
still have those, right? Just weirds me out. But then, like when you see like, there's a, I can't remember the movie that was about like the family that were heirs to like a game, like a game fortune or whatever. They would get the fortune if they survived the night of fucked up games and shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I, knowing that, seeing that movie, and then seeing that Milton Bradley is still producing, like there's some place somewhere, whatever, they're still fucking producing it, probably right now as we speak,
Mm-hmm.
Ouija boards for mass consumption. I'm like,
Yep.
there's some fucking dark art shit. But I digress. So they were playing in the living room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where they lived, the house that they lived at, you had to you walked in the door, and I guess it's like a foyer, but you would have to step down to the general residence, including the coffee table where the
Mm-hmm.
girls were playing the Ouija board with, right? So we were running out of pizza because they had like fucking Pizza Hut or whatever. So uh, right when we got there, the the guy who produced my dad's records and tapes and shit, he was like, "Oh, well, we're getting more pizza, but have what's there, right?" So we heard a fucking knock at the door, right? So one of the daughters like, "Oh, yeah, like I'll get the pizzas or whatever." She opens the door, and I remember seeing it. There's nobody fucking there. It's dead of night, like fucking dark, right? This is NorCal, right? Fucking dark and cold in December, right? Then I knock again. Nothing. All of a fucking sudden, the doorbell rings and the fucking coffee table with the Ouija board flies good 10 feet. And again, like, and it hits the door.
Mm-hmm.
It hits the door. And remember how I was saying you had to step up. So it's 10 feet
Up.
across and then 2 feet over. Yeah, like the homeboy was like, "No, we're not fucking playing Ouija anymore." So that was my thing. I remember I was like maybe kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
So
remember I had a girlfriend because it was really popular at one point,
yeah,
right? And she got stuck playing it. And I remember they said, unless he or it or she, i.e., the Ouija board,
yeah,
wanted you to stop playing, you couldn't stop playing. So he would have to tell you, you're done playing. So she, like, not you're done playing this game, but you can put me away, but you will have to continue playing until I let you go.
yeah.
So she got scared and she threw it away in the garbage can. I mean, the garbage, you
Right.
know, thing. Truck came, took the garbage away. Ouija board was underneath her bed.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then I have a, so she had to continue playing until I finally let her go. And then she threw it away and it never came back. But that's what that is that they were playing it and either the Ouija board was done and they weren't letting it go and it was trying to leave, like the spirit,
Uh-huh.
or it needed to come in. One of the two. That's probably why the knocks and the ins and outs.
Yeah.
But I also had a friend that it told it, you don't play this ever again, or else you're gonna die. Because I don't want you playing anymore. So he had me play it
Oh,
because he
fuck
still
him.
wanted questions. I didn't know what it was, but it wouldn't let
Wow.
me play. I could. He would always say, "You can't play," so I was never able to play it.
Yeah, man. Jeez. Yeah, I don't fuck with any of that. Like
Yeah,
the transferring
I didn't
of
know what it was.
the Annabelles and all that. Like I
Yeah.
won't I won't
Hmm.
watch those fucking movies.
But I.
Poltergeist, like
Hmm.
fuck
But I
that.
guess my I don't know. My house is too religious to play that shit
Okay.
because it would not. Well, you see how much stuff my mom has and how
Yeah.
devoted and everything they were, but like I can't do any of that. But I will tell you that in my house, my mom has the saints in her area,
Yeah.
and I don't know you've seen she has like the little boy,
Right.
which is like a rendition, I think, of Jesus or something like that, of baby Jesus or something. Just as a teenager or as a boy, there's been time, and my mom used to put like little toys there, like little cars, and little stuff like that. And we've heard in the middle of the night running, like kids running, and the toys are always moved. They're never in the same spot.
Still to this day.
Hmm. Like we'll put them, like we'll organize them, and sometimes they'll be moved a little bit or over there. And if you look at the saint, he always looks different. His face, he never looks the same.
Wow.
Hmm. Yep. And like my mom's friends come and visit him, and then she's like, "Oh, look, the baby Jesus this today. He looks happy today, or he has rosy cheeks today, or he didn't look like this last week that I came." Whatever it is, they notice it. That's
And
eerie.
and wait, do you still come to see the saint
Hmm.
even though your mom's gone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're actually having the saint's prayer on the 9th. We start the prayer on the 9th because my mom used to have a um a prayer for him once a year. So when we bought this house, we bought it in '98,
Okay.
and or we had put it on for '98, and she told like one of her, I don't know what, I forget what it's called. It just slipped my mind, but one of her offers was help us get this house, and I will do XYZ for as long as I live. So every year so we got the house like the next day. Like, yeah, you guys have the house, you guys can sign it, boom, you guys, it's yours. And so every year she's had a prayer in his honor, thanking him for allowing us to have the house. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. I That's a whole realm I know nothing of.
But it's crazy because I don't like, I'm not a big religious fan, not fan, I'm a religious person. Right. I have my beliefs, I have whatever it is that I do as far as religions go. But like, like her friends come, the ones that used to pray with her, and they look at the baby Jesus and they're like, he looks this, he looks that, he might look like this, or his face is changing, he was smiling, he looks like he was playing. So I don't know if it's what they want to see in the statue, or that they really see it in the statue, right? I guess your belief has to be that strong for you to be able to see certain things. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's like
But this house has been haunted. This house was haunted before.
mom. That's wait,
The
like before you guys moved in or
Yeah. So the couple that lived here before, the husband was having an affair with the lady that lives across the street.
oh wow.
And I guess at the end of it all, he wouldn't leave the wife. So she killed the wife. And
What?
apparently she was dragged from here to the front. So people would hear her voice in the middle of the night. Um, yeah. And as a matter of fact, that lady was released like 4 years ago, and she still lives down the street.
Wait, the lady who killed the wife
Mm-hmm.
lives down the road
Across the street.
still?
No, well, she went to jail. She was released like maybe 5, 6 years ago.
And then she just returned to the scene of the crime?
Yeah, fuck it.
Whoa.
But that's the story, right? That's the story that we were told by neighbors.
Okay.
Like, yeah, she was having an affair with the husband. The husband wouldn't leave the wife, so she killed her. They got into it and she killed her.
What year was this?
I don't know. If we moved in like 98,
98. So it's
99,
probably the 95, 93?
90 something.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow.
But our neighbor was like, you should see the wife though. The wife was a flirt. She would like flash me, which I don't know if that's really true, but she's like, yeah, she was a big flirt and she always wanted you to like come at her, but like the husband was having an affair, but she wasn't. I guess she was trying to have an affair too and couldn't. I don't know. Whatever.
I feel like I would go like Inglewood Murders, but there would be like a million fucking hits, right? Like,
Uh,
I don't
I
know.
wonder if you can find. I'm not gonna Google it on my computer.
Why? Oh,
I
because
don't
you're in the
know.
house?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I really don't care. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put my shit. I'm gonna put my shit on incognito.
okay. Well, okay. So
Let's
I'm
see.
not. All right. So the house that we used to like, it was kind of the family house, even though we rented it. But it
Uh-huh.
was my mom's brother and his wife and everyone else. Like so, their two grown sons. Their spouses, and then me, my mom, and sister. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's where I was like for the better part of my whole 4 years at Inglewood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Inglewood High.
Right.
So what basically would happen is we would have it was an old Victorian house, right? We knew that when we moved in, but um, we had sensors, and this is like what like late 90s, whatever. Not everybody had sensors, but we had sensors, right? Um, so in the driveway, like we would be up or whatever, and the sensors would go off. Like, well, what the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we would hear about like the attic, which my uncle and my aunt converted into their room, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we'd hear footsteps, you'd hear creak, whatever, right? I shit you not. Like my mom went ahead, and there's a book of Inglewood that you can find at the
Mm-hmm.
library, the Inglewood Library, because that's the main one right there on Manchester, across the courtyard from City Hall. But
Right.
we were, looking through it one day, and we saw the fucking house.
Your house.
Yeah, and basically what had happened was, um, the guy who either bought it or at one time lived there, right? Lived there with his wife, at least one daughter, but it could have been a couple daughters, and the mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he was a doctor. And there was one time where he saw, like, there was a procedure that just fucked him up, and he
Mm-hmm.
went batshit crazy, and ended up killing everybody and committing suicide, hanging himself
In
in
the
that
house.
attic. Yeah, and it's in like, it's not hyperbole. It's in the book of the history of England.
Mm-hmm.
That house. It's painted differently now. It was painted differently when we stayed there than it was when this thing occurred. But plain as day, it says the address and the fucking house, and it's like stenciled. Like a fucking transferred from like the
Mm-hmm.
the turn of the century and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. So
It's crazy.
yeah, but I mean, I don't. I try not to fuck with shit like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because again, if you mess with it, that's one thing that my mom always would say. And especially like you, your family is from El Salvador, right?
Mm-hmm.
Family from Fiji, like, shit like that happens. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they say if you're a young man going clubbing in Fiji and you think the chick is too hot for you,
Mm-hmm.
check her
Probably
feet.
is.
Check her feet.
Because it could be the devil.
Could be a fucking poltergeist, yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't, never pick up anybody on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep on fucking going, you know.
Well,
But
just like
also,
the whole when you hear the chick screaming for her dog for her kids in Mexico.
La Llorona,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. Let's send the people off going happy, because I'm like, well,
See, I was talking about slaves. Now you want to talk about ghosts and shit.
I no, I'm good. I'm fucking good. So what's the happy takeaway from your trip to Tennessee?
I got to see my brother before he left to Europe because he's actually uh, on his way to Germany as we speak. Literally, because I just got a text from him.
What's he doing in
He's
Germany?
boarding. He's gonna be. Uh, he has orders in Germany till December, or in Europe till December. So he's gonna be in multiple places in Europe.
So
But
the
his first
so
stop is Germany.
so the family stays in Tennessee while he goes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's rough.
yeah. That's military life.
You know.
You
Uh,
get used to it. My best friend's actually in Germany right now, or he's in Poland,
okay.
and his family is in Colorado right now.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's a it's a thing. Uh, Either of them lifers, like, this is going to be the thing that they do for the rest of their
Yeah, I
days.
think Joey's at 12 or 13 years right now.
Yeah.
So he has until 20. And then my best friend is done in the next, I'm going to say 3 years, maybe
Okay.
two.
Do they cap
Yeah.
you out? Like, you got
At
to
20.
at 20? Okay. You got to do something
At
else.
20, you can retire and be done.
Okay.
20
Yeah.
years.
Oof.
But he's been in the military since 97.
Oof. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He went from Inglewood High to USA Army, US of A.
It's something. It's it's definitely a way, man. So yeah,
So right now, Joseph is actually on the way to Germany.
Aluminium.
So to Germany and then Romania and then Poland, I believe, is how he's traveling.
If Germany is Alemania in Espanol, I don't know.
Alemania.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We'll say it right.
I flunked Spanish once Miss Rivera left because she stopped
It was
teaching me how
hot,
to.
I remember.
No,
I remember your hot story of
yeah.
Miss
So when
whatever.
she left, I fucking was like, there's no use for this thing.
You're so stupid.
Oh, I mean, again, the lady with the weird afro. It was.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm not gonna roll my R's with her.
Right.
Weird. She looked like Bob Ross, but a girl.
Yeah. So Alemania
Yeah.
is Germany.
And Romania is Romania.
Romania.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Romania. And then Polandia is Poland.
And Portlandia is Portland.
No, it's just Portland. Portland is just Portland.
There's a show called Portlandia. There
And
is.
with that said, we're out of here.
Yeah. So where can they find you on the socials?
At CC Wade on everything, I
Yeah,
think.
and me, you can find me at According to the Woods, but there's a link tree, an updated link tree with all the stuff,
Is there?
including
Ooh.
Woods and Wade podcast. So that is a link that will link right here. So go ahead and like, share,
Yeah.
and subscribe. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered a lot of ground and things that don't walk on the ground anymore. So I think
Seriously.
yeah,
We were in history, we were in mythology, and some sort of ologies.
that's what you get when you subscribe to the Woods and Wade podcast. So we
Right.
warmly encourage you because we are warm blooded and not in the other realm. But I mean, mushrooms might appear, so there's that too. But yeah, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You guys be beautiful because you guys are beautiful, and we will see you. It seems like next Monday. At
Yeah, we're doing Mondays.
yeah, Monday. So that's a little bit of a housekeeping. We're doing Mondays at 8 rather than
Mm.
Wednesday 8 Pacific Standard Time. If you're in Romania and watching this,
I
well,
don't know
fuck,
what
I
time it
haven't
is in
figured it out.
Romania.
Yeah, time for y'all. But definitely Romanians, go ahead.